Right now, as you read this, a thought is happening in your head. But did you choose to have it? Or did it just appear? Most people believe they are in complete control of their own mind. But here's an experiment neuroscientists love to run. Try not thinking about a pink elephant. Go on, don't think about it. You just did, didn't you? This is called the white bear problem, first studied by psychologist Daniel Wegner in 1987. He told people, for 5 minutes, do not think about a white bear. Every time it entered their mind, they had to ring a bell. The bell rang constantly. The harder people tried to suppress the thought, the more it kept coming back. Wegner called this ironic process theory. Your brain has two systems running at once. One system searches for the thought you want, in this case, anything but the bear. But a second system in the background keeps checking. Are we thinking about the bear yet? And to check for the bear, it has to think about the bear. So the very act of suppressing a thought forces your brain to keep generating it. This isn't just about bears. This is about everything. Anxious thoughts, intrusive thoughts, memories you'd rather forget. The more you fight them, the louder they get. So if you can't suppress a thought, are you really in control of your mind at all? To answer that, we have to go deeper, into where thoughts actually come from. Your brain generates thousands of thoughts a day. Estimates range from 6,000 to over 60,000, depending on the study. But here's the unsettling part. You don't consciously create most of them. They arise from deep automatic processes, memory, emotion, pattern recognition, happening below awareness. Think of your mind like an ocean. The waves on the surface are the thoughts you notice, but underneath, there's a massive current you never see, pulling, shaping, deciding what rises to the surface next. You don't control the current, you only see the waves. In the 1980s, scientist Benjamin Libet ran a groundbreaking experiment. He asked people to press a button whenever they felt like it, completely freely. He measured their brain activity the entire time. The result shocked the scientific world. Their brain showed activity preparing for the action, up to half a second before they consciously felt like pressing the button. Their brain had already decided. Their conscious mind just found out about it later. Some scientists interpreted this as proof. Free will, as we imagine it, might be an illusion. Your conscious mind isn't the author of your thoughts. It might just be the reporter, announcing decisions after they're already made. So does that mean you have zero control? Not exactly. Here's where it gets interesting again. While you may not control which thought appears first, you do have some power over what happens next. Psychologists call this cognitive control, your ability to redirect attention once a thought exists. You can't stop a thought from knocking on the door, but you can choose whether to let it in and sit down, or simply notice it and let it walk past. This is the entire basis of practices like mindfulness meditation. Not to empty the mind, that's impossible, but to change your relationship with the thoughts that arise anyway. Studies on long-term meditators show real changes in brain structure over time. The amygdala, the brain's fear and alarm center, often shrinks in activity. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for control and decision-making, shows increased activity. In other words, you may not control the first spark, but with practice, you can train how much power that spark has over you. So, can you actually control your thoughts? Not in the way most people assume. You can't choose your next thought before it arrives. You can't force a thought to disappear by sheer will, but you can choose your response again and again, thousands of times a day. And over years, that response becomes who you are. Maybe you don't control your mind. Maybe you just learn to work with it.